And hello fellow Taker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you a game in my M47 in Cold War mode on map Fredvang, which is one of the newer maps brought into World of Tanks console just recently. So today we're gonna show you a very nice position that I started using on this map. And the position is fantastic because it basically isolates shooting lines. And the problem with this map is that you have so many different shooting lines all around the map that it's really hard to find a central position. First, I mean, if you're on the outskirts of the map, obviously you can isolate shooting lines. But once you're in the middle of the map, and that's really where you want to be in order to get your shots across, it's really hard to isolate the lanes. Especially with true vision, it becomes extremely difficult because I noticed some tanks are just sitting in their spawns or they're sitting on top of the hills and they're just looking across the map into someone crossing. So there are players like that nowadays, so you have to be aware of that. Anyway, the position I'm talking about is in area C8, or more of a D8, I would say. And basically what it is, it's a position with high elevation where you can see pretty much quite far. Not across the map, but you can see quite far. And also you are isolating your line of fire only to the west side of the map, because on the east side you have like a cliff, so there's nothing that can actually shoot you from the east side. And what I mean is from the right side over here. Nothing can shoot you from right side because of that cliff. So you kind of isolate your lanes of fire only to the left side of where you are right now. And as you notice, we have a first customer over here, T55, so we're gonna put a shell into him, and he's not paying attention to us. So we're gonna try to charge him here, put another shell into him, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Right there. And we set him on fire at the same time. And then we have M46 coming in over here. So we're going to change our attention to M46, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a shell into him right there. And we're going to drop off and wait to see if he's going to charge us. But he's falling back right now. And as you notice there's some shells coming in from the left-hand side, and that's expected. But there's a little bit of a ridge over here, a little bit of a hill. So it's hard for these guys to hit us. They would have to be hitting our cupolas. Now we're looking for a shot at this T95E3. Unfortunately, his lower plate is hidden, so we're not able to hit him. Now can we hit his cupola? Ghost shell. That's right, ghost shell goes through his cupola, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna be patient here, and that's why this position is so great, because you isolate your lines of fire. And then if you need to focus the guys that are on the bottom that are trying to go for the flag, then you can always poke over that cliff and have shots from there. Anyway, we see this guy over here. Can we put a shell into him? Yes, we can. And those low rolls, man. Those low rolls are real. 334 with a 390 average alpha gun. That's horrible. We're going to try to hit this guy here, but he disappears, and unfortunately our shell goes into the ground, I think. So we're going to try to focus this T95E3. Now he's got quite interesting position as well. I'm not sure. I never fought out of that position, so I can't really tell you how good it is, but it seems interesting. So maybe at some point I might be able to explore it. But he comes down, so we're able to put a shell into him. But now both of these guys are on lower ground, so I don't really want to overexpose to hit them. So what we're going to do is we're going to look from the top of the cliff to see if we have any shots into these guys that are on the bottom. We can have a shot at this guy, and there we get hit by something looking at us from far away. We're not even spotted, so someone is still looking in this direction from far away. So we're gonna change our attention to this guy here. We're gonna take him out of the game just like that. And now I was thinking of switching the flank, going south on the east side of the map, but then I realized we don't have that portion of the map. We only have this position. We don't have map control whatsoever at this point, and I knew that if I push that side I might get in trouble, so I decided to push the side where my friendlies are. We're gonna put a shell into T44A on the move right there. I don't know how that shell came off, because normally those shells don't hit nowadays, but we managed to actually hit him there. which is good. But as you notice, we're isolating the flank right here. We're trying to win this flank, and once we win this flank, we can change our attention to somewhere else. Now, I was still worried that I was going to get shot here by something else, but luckily that did not come in. Nothing happened. So now we see this T95E3 moving up here. We want to engage him, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to put some shells into him. So we put one into him, and then, yeah, he decides to commit suicide instead of fight us, which is too bad, because if we fought him, we would have had even more damage out of this game. Man, this game is quite decent, to be honest. So now we're going to climb up here, and we're going to see if we can notice any tanks through our scope driving across the open areas of the map. With the true vision, that was the idea here anyway. I thought I was gonna catch somebody crossing or driving on top of the ridge or something like that, but that wasn't meant to be. At this point I realized all of these guys are on this side of the map, and as you can see, all of them are, well, most of them are pretty much spotted here, but this is what this position allows me to do. I'm able to climb up here and put shells into these guys, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And we're pretty much safe at this point, except maybe from the east side still. But no one's shooting at me at the moment, so I'm gonna just keep on putting shells into these guys. Now I got hit, and since I got hit over here, I'm gonna drop. That means someone's paying attention to us, and we're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious of how we poke out. But we're still gonna do that. We still have a lot of health right here, so I don't really care as much. I have HP to give, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna focus this M48, but he unleashes his smoke screen, so I didn't really see him for a split moment, but now we can see him, so we're gonna try to put some shells into him. We tracked him there for a moment. Now we're gonna try side turret shot, and what the hell was that? Even if it bounced off of his top plate, it should still hit his side turret, and it did not. Anyway, we're gonna put a shell into him right there. I was trying to track him, unfortunately that didn't pan out, but still we are able to put damaging shot into him, and we should be able to take him out of the game right there, and we do. So now it's just closing time, so we're gonna rush down the hill. I'm gonna try to get some extra damage over here, so that's what I was thinking, and hopefully we can get as much damage as we can to get our damage numbers a little bit higher. Now here what I should have done is I should have rammed him. I left some damage on the table here. If I rammed him, I would have probably had another 300 damage or something like that. Right there. We're going to try to put a shell on the move into this guy. Unfortunately, that doesn't come off. And we're going to rush from this side. And at this point, I wasn't sure whether I'm going to be able to cross this river or cross this lake here without drowning. I didn't know how deep it was, but it's not a problem. So we're going to scoot through there. We're going to put a shell into him right there. He bounces his shell, and now we should be able to take him out of the game. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come around and take him out. So yeah, we left a little bit of damage on the table for sure. That E3 killed him himself, and the fact that we didn't ram the tank at M47 at the end. That would have been probably close to 7k game. But hey, it's still a very nice game. We managed to put up 5.9k damage with 1387 base XP. Some assisted damage, but not a lot. We still had 20 penetrating hits, and we were best in game for direct hits and for damage. We finished on top of the team with 1387 base XP, 3 kills. Quite a nice game in this tank. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.